Hello, Level Cast learners. Welcome to your daily dose of international news. Let's get started with the important stories from around the world today, May 23, 2026. News 1 of 11. First, we go to the Middle East, where the United States and Iran are very close to war. Qatar is trying to help them talk and find a solution. Iran has said it might charge money for ships to pass through its waters. Meanwhile, the US wants Iran to give up its highly enriched uranium, which is a material that can be used for nuclear weapons. However, the US might delay this demand. President Trump said there's a 50-50 chance of making a good deal or attacking Iran again. This situation is tense and could change quickly. News 2 of 11. Next, we look at an interesting idea in Germany. In rural areas, many small shops are closing, and people are worried. This is leading to a cry for help, and some people are turning to far-right political groups. To help these communities, some villages are trying hybrid stores. These are places where people can shop even when there are no staff members present. These new shops are helping to keep important community centers alive and well. News 3 of 11. Now to the conflict in Gaza. Critics are worried that a group called the Board of Peace, supported by the US, is focusing too much on Hamas. They say this could lead to more fighting. Analysts believe this board is blaming Hamas for the ceasefire not happening, even though Israel has not done everything it promised. This focus on only one side could make it harder to find a lasting peace. News 4 of 11. Moving to the war in Ukraine. Russian President Putin claims that Ukraine attacked Luhansk and killed 6 people. He has promised to get revenge. Ukraine, however, denies this. They say the attack on a dormitory in the Russian-controlled area in the east was only aimed at Russia's military equipment. This happened on day 1550 of the war, and the details are still developing. News 5 of 11. In West Africa, Côte d'Ivoire is concerned about a threat from extremist groups in its northern region. This worry comes 10 years after a big attack. The danger from these groups, often called jihadists, is still present along the borders with Mali and Burkina Faso. This shows how difficult it is to keep peace and safety in the region. News 6 of 11. There is alarm over the fast spread of Ebola in the Democratic Republic of Congo, or DRC. This new type of the virus, along with less aid money and local customs around funerals and touching, is making it very hard to stop the outbreak. Because of this, the White House has stopped sending detainees back to the DRC. News 7 of 11. Tragic news from China, where at least 82 people have died after a gas explosion in a mine. This happened in the northern Shaanxi province. President Xi Jinping has told authorities to do everything they can to rescue people. This kind of accident highlights the dangers faced by miners. News 8 of 11. A sad event in the Maldives is bringing attention to the dangers of cave diving. Experts are warning people about the risks of this activity if they don't have the right training, good plans, and special equipment. This warning comes after several deaths in the Vavu Atoll, where, if something goes wrong, you can't simply surface. News 9 of 11. In North America, some refugees are facing detention in the U.S. Canada is making its asylum rules stricter, and some refugees who want to reunite with families say Canada is sending them to ICE, which is a U.S. immigration enforcement agency. After their requests for asylum are refused at the border, they can be jailed for months in the U.S. News 10 of 11. French campaigner Gisèle Pelicot spoke at the Hay Festival. She shared that she has found love and trust again, even after a terrible experience. She was drugged by her ex-husband and sexually assaulted by many men over almost 10 years. Her story is one of strength and recovery. News 11 of 11. Finally, in southern Lebanon, Israeli bombs have turned buildings into large holes in the ground. This follows attacks a day earlier where a child and 6 paramedics were killed. These strikes happened in several places, and the situation remains very dangerous. That's all for today's international news on Level Cast. Keep practicing your English, and we'll speak again next time.